Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So today what I want to talk about is being bullish on gear. What does that even mean? I want to discuss it and talk to you guys about what I think is going to happen here in the upcoming months with the whole tariff thing that's happening and how that affects us as people who are into electronics and specifically electronics that might be getting taxed. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my money where my mouth is. This is my hypothesis. With all the tariffs that are going to happen, and some of them that are really crazy because some crazy stuff got announced recently, I think equipment is going to get more expensive. And I can already see that happening because there are synth prices right now that are more expensive than they were even a couple weeks ago. Now, it's not only synths, it's going to be audio interfaces, anything that's basically gear. But what I wanted to do is this. I have a hypothesis. Okay, Behringer is mostly made in China. That's going to be the country that I think is going to get hit the hardest with all this stuff. So what I want to do is I bought a piece of gear. It's not that expensive. It's 211 euro. That's what I spent on it, all included, taxes or whatever. And that is in Europe from a European company. Okay. And I already saw the prices for this equipment is more expensive in America, but I'll go into that in a second. Now, why did I buy this? Okay, so being bullish on Behringer, what I'm thinking here is like, if you're bullish on something, what that means is that you think that the thing that you own now, the asset that you have now, will be worth more in the future. So basically the idea is that you have it now, you hold on to it with the idea that down the line, if you sell it, you'll make money on it, okay? So that's going long on something, that's the idea. And what I think is like, okay, Behringer is not a publicly traded company. I'm not going long on Behringer. In fact, in a way, kind of going short on Behringer as a company, but I'm going long on the products because what I think is this. If you buy a product now that is in the category of things that is basically a consumer electronic, and especially if it's a prosumer electronic, I think mostly it will hold value, meaning that if you sell it no matter what, it'll hold value. But the reason why I wanted to make this video and what I think is specific to this moment is that I think if you buy now, it will gain value. And that is something that rarely happens with gear. So this might finally be a reason why your gas is finally allowed, right? So that's the idea of this thought process. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to keep this synth for 1 year. Okay. In 1 year, I'll come back and we'll review this video and we'll see what happened with prices. Maybe I was totally off. Maybe I was right. This is an experiment. Look, it's not like I'm doing this for the money because it's a 200 euro synth. If it retains its value, it's not going to be a very valuable synth in the first place. And if it makes more value, it's only going to probably make maybe 10 or 20%. So this is really a thought experiment more than anything. But, you know, if you think about 10 or 20% over the course of maybe a couple of years, let's say this whole tariff thing lasts a while, you're thinking about thousands of euros, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know how much money you spend on gear, but, you know, if you're into this kind of stuff and you're watching this kind of channel and you're into gear, you understand that basically 20%, it makes a difference. But the point is this, look, I think that this is going to be worth a little bit more than what I purchased it for today in about a year. And I'm going to come back to this video and we're going to play this thought process through and see what happens. If you are excited about following me on this journey of figuring stuff out and being into synths and stuff like that and everything else related to music, electronic music, stuff like that, hit that subscribe, hit that like, and yeah, thank you guys. Let's see, 1 year from now, will I have it completely wrong or will I have a nice synth that actually, you know, basically kept its value? All right, stay tuned.